Hey everybody, I'm back. This is Steve from Backyard Barbecue. We're going to do another video talking about the Ironwood 885 and how we're going to season it and get it ready so we can start cooking and taking advantage of it. So let's jump in and talk about how we're going to season it and the steps that need to take and things we need to do to get it ready. Before I do, I wanted to mention the pellets that I like to use. They're kind of just a gourmet or all meat blend that I like to do. I get it at Costco. It comes in a 33-pound bag. It's one of the best price per pound that I've found for actual Traeger name pellets. And so I would encourage you, it's kind of an all-use pellet, works for everything. That's the pellets that I'm going to be using today and works for everything. We'll use it to season it. Should give it a good smoke to get the Traeger up and running. We'll go from there. Let's go ahead and dive in. We're going to talk about the steps. We'll walk you through step by step what one needs to do to get it ready. Alright, we're back. We're going to add our pellets in. Our first step in seasoning our Traeger is getting the pellets in here, getting the auger primed, and getting everything set up so we can start to go down that road of getting it turned on and heated up. So let's go ahead and add our pellets in and fill up our hopper. Okay, nice full hopper. We're going to get that. We've got our pellets filled up. We've got everything in here. We're going to go ahead and turn it on and start the auger, prime the auger, and go from there and start getting it ready so we can heat it up. So you can see your light illuminates there, shows you that you've got your power and ready to go. So you're going to turn it on, boot it up with the controller, and get it going there. Got your welcome to Traeger. From there, you're going to go to menu. Okay, you're going to go down to auger. Push your button in to go to the auger. We're going to prime the auger. Okay, and you can see now we've got a countdown. It means our auger is going to start turning, and it's going to start feeding pellets into our hopper inside. So let's go over and let's look at the hopper, and we can show you that hot pot inside. You can see it's going to start feeding it into this hot pot. And once it gets in there and it finishes that countdown, then we'll go in and we'll actually turn it up and we'll take our next step. Okay, we're back. We can see we've got pellets inside of our hot pot, and we're ready to start turning it on and getting it hot. That auger fed those pellets in there, so we should be ready to start turning it on and get our heat up to 350 to start it off on our first stage of the seasoning. So we're going to come over, we're going to look at our controller, and you can see there's a done. See, the priming's been complete. That D1 technology with the new Traegers actually has that sensor. It's super quiet with the auger. It knows it dumped those pellets in there and it stopped, got it primed, and so we've got pellets ready to be fed in there. So we're going to select done, and now we're going to turn our temperature. You see the temperature is blinking there. We're going to turn our temperature up. We're going to go up to 350. Okay. And then we're going to press the dial in to start it, and then you're going to push the ignite button. Okay? Before we push that ignite button, I'm going to grab the rest of the stuff to put it in with the cover as well as the drip tray to get everything ready so we can close the Traeger up and hit that ignite, and we can close the lid down. That's one of the new things with this new technology is we don't have to have the lid open to start it. We can actually get everything in, hit ignite, have the lid closed, and go from there, and we should be good to go. So I'm going to step over here and grab all the other inside parts to add back in, and we'll close it up. You notice we've got that Traeger drip liner on there to keep it nice and clean for us. Okay. Put our grate in. For this one I'm going to start, it doesn't really matter, you can put the bottom grate in either position, but I'm just going to start it in that grilling lower position for today. Start for this, the seasoning. Okay, you can see we're all set. I'm going to go ahead and hit ignite. You can see that it's igniting. You can actually, I don't know if you can hear that fan kicked on, and it's going to start those hot pots, and that hot pot's going to start getting hot, and it's going to start to get that temperature up to where we need it to be. You can see our outside ambient air is about at 80 degrees, and it's igniting, and we're going to get up to that 350 mark and go from there. But that fan's starting to help kick on that, kick that fire on, and that fan's going to run a cycle until we get that lock good and strong and get that temperature up. Okay, once this ignites, once it gets up to the 350, we're going to then let it run for about 20 minutes. After that 20 minutes is up, we'll pump it up to 500. So we'll go to that point and go from there. It's getting close to about 350. We're going to let it prime and cook this off for about 20 minutes, and we'll go from there. Once that 20 minutes is over, then we're going to pump it up to 500, let it go another 20 or 30 minutes, and we should be good with our seasoning and start using it. Alright, now that we have gotten it up to the 450, it's been doing this for 30 minutes, it's time just to shut it down so it can cool back down, and then we can move on. You can start cooking your meat on it. We're just going to run it on the shutdown cycle. In order to do that, you're going to push this button right here on the left for 3 seconds, and it actually ends up being about a long 3 seconds. So hold it down. It'll come up and you'll see the shutdown cycle, and it'll start counting down. As you can see, this is counting down. What that does is it actually finishes anything in the hot pot, and burns off the rest of those pellets and cools it down and shuts it down. And that finishes it up, and your Traeger is seasoned and ready to start using. Now, if you like my videos, go ahead and subscribe. Click on the video, like it, and let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks.